This week at Just Car Care in the PPF Bay, we have this beautiful Aston Martin V8 Vantage finished in the incredible Cosmos Orange. Now this entire car is getting covered in Gyeon Enhance PPF to ensure it stays stone chip free and scratch free for years to come. Connor's just putting down one of the first panels, so let's get cracking. We'll get the doors all clear barred down and get them all flushed. Make sure that there is no dust or debris underneath the PPF, because nobody likes dust or debris. Built on the clear bar. So as you can see so far, we've got these corners here, all the way around the door and the door handles as well. And at the front, which is just inside that wing, so down here, we've got to make a couple of trims just on this section here. And then we can get this all laid down and heated down with a heat gun and a blowtorch. But so far, it is looking fantastic. So we are now on day 2 of the Aston Martin full coverage PPF. We've managed to do quite a bit yesterday. The quarter panel is down, the front door on the driver's side is down. We're getting a couple of bits on the back as well. So this morning we're going to heat them down, tuck and trim all the corners, and then we're going to move on to the other side. Same again, quarter panel, door, and a couple of bits on the back as well before we move on to the bigger panels. The bonnet, we've ordered another roll of film because we didn't have any 72-inch in stock, which we thought we had. So we're getting a bigger roll of film for the bonnet because 60-inch just doesn't fit. But apart from that, we're going to get the next panels down. I'm going to show you the software, show you what we've done, show you the edits as well, so then at least you know exactly what we've done on this car so far. So in terms of patterns and the software that we use, this is the Gyeon PPF software. So these are the panels that we actually put down yesterday. So you've got the quarter panel in the middle. You then have the roof and you also have the door as well. A couple of edits that we made. We generally, on most full coverage, we actually remove the filler cap from the actual body itself, because then we can cut that out by hand, which gives a better finish, because then we can tuck it into all the little gaps. And also on this one as well, we expanded this top edge as well, just to get a bit more coverage and wrap into the roof a little better. It just ensures that you get better coverage. But going on to the next panels, again, as I said, we're going on to the same side as we did before. We're doing door, quarter panel, wing mirrors, and we've also got the tailgate as well, and also a few little extra bits that we're not too sure on, so we're just going to print them anyway because we've got the space, and we're going to get them all laid on the car. So weeding out the material, this isn't really the fun bit because it is quite stressful, especially when you need to adjust the blade pressure, because we haven't done it in a little while and we've done a lot of PPF. So it's a little bit stressful sometimes, but all is good in the hood. Well, while you're pissing about with this, I'll do the roof. If you are buying an Aston Martin and it's not in this colour, I don't want to talk to you. So it's now day 3 of the Aston Martin V8 Vantage of laying PPF down on the entire car. We got down quite a few panels yesterday, so I'm going to take you through it right now. Again, we are still waiting for the 72-inch roll for the bonnet. I thought we had it in stock, but unfortunately not, so we're still waiting on that to be delivered, and then we can get that big boy all covered in PPF. So we have the doors open just to let all the corners dry out properly, because there is no point in forcing anything down. So we let these corners all naturally dry out, which means that they go down nice and easy the next day. It just means you get a better longevity out of the film. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that the customer doesn't have to come back for any issues. So making sure that the corners all dry out nicely is one of the main things. Same again with the quarter panel. Again, this all is drying out. On the other side, which I'll show you now, this is all being tucked and trimmed in nicely, all the way up this edge, all the way down the bottom, and also along the bottom of the quarter panel and the wheel arch as well. So because this was done on day one, it means that we've had yesterday for it to dry out and this morning for it to all be heated down, which means that you get a nice crisp finish all the way around the edges, and it means that you can actually get longevity out of the film rather than having edges lift and forcing things down. Again, with this section here, if you run your finger along it, 9 times out of 10, it will start to go down straight away, but with a little bit of heat, a little bit of manipulation, it will be all down for a very long time. It's finally here. We've had a delivery, 72-inch roll for this big ass bonnet. We're going to get it down right now. With most bonnets as well, we will leave this sort of for 10-15 minutes just to chill out and let the glue adhere to the surface, where with this one, because we've got some sort of residue from the slip solution under there, we don't want any lines or any glue lines on this section especially, so we're going to trim it up really quickly, leave quite a lot of space in it so that we can literally tuck around the corners. But yeah, we need to get this all trimmed out now just so that it gives it the best chance of longevity. Right, so the bonnet is now down, all dried out. We need to just start basically taking all this excess off. Take all the excess off on the sides, especially on this bit here, on the door. We've just left it tagged just to give it some sort of rigidity, so it doesn't sort of ping back and leave any fingers or anything like that. So basically we'll go around now, trim it all up, and get it all heated down. Very good. Aidan Oliver, trimming PPF like a pro. Right, so this next section, what we're going to do is we're going to be putting a piece of PPF on this section here. Now the reason we do this on a majority of cars, obviously it's customer's discretion, it's up to them if they want it, but it's just basically if you get a stone chip on here, we only have to replace this little bit of a section here later on down the line, so rather than replacing the full quarter panel up and over and the full back end as well. So really you just have to replace this section. So it'll be 2 seconds, squeegee it down, and I'll go and get the next piece. Right, so the reason that we always recommend this as well, especially on cars that go very fast in particular, is because of the size of the rear arches. So these do stick out a little bit more than the front end, so what you want to do really is you want to protect this section, especially here. We're going to wrap it into the doors, wrap it into the rear wheel arch as well, so the only line that you should particularly see is this section here, which to be honest the factory one will come to about here, but what if you get a stone chip there or there? At the end of the day, you want to protect as much as you possibly can, so that's what we are going to be doing. The good thing is as well is that some customers do come from further afield, so essentially, you know, if you're getting a small piece of PPF replaced, then it's not a huge deal of who you go to. Obviously, if you're getting bigger panels or full cars done, then obviously we always say do your research. But generally speaking, if you're doing a replacement arch guard, it's not a huge amount of work for another installer, so you can essentially go to somebody else if you do need to, if you're from down the country or up the country or wherever you're from, if you're visiting a studio that you are giving preference to, so to speak. But with this way, at least this bit has to be replaced down the line, not the full quarter panel.
Hello guys, today I'm going to be cleaning this Aston Martin.
Now that is it. The Aston Martin V8 Vantage is completely finished. We've covered the full exterior in Gyeon PPF, all of the glass, the trims and the wheels have all been coated in Gyeon Coatings, and finally we've popped a coating on top of the PPF just to make ease of maintenance so much easier for the customer and also to keep it cleaner for longer. So let's take a look at the finished result. Now, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.